Hello everybody and a very warm welcome to Crafters TV. My name's Ben Moseby. How are you? I hope you're well. I hope you're doing well. What a day, eh? What a day. It's show number 2 of 3 today. Already done Wake Up Call. If you've missed Wake Up Call, well, should have got up earlier, shouldn't you? No, you should have. No, if you missed Wake Up Call, don't worry because we've got loads coming up for you over the course of this show and indeed into the show tonight. Launch party is back for a Tuesday. We are bringing you the floral aperture stamp and die collection, the kitchen collection, and so much more in that show. In this show, masterclass, all about the Bundle of Joy box, which if you are an HSN viewer or indeed a QVC viewer, you may well have seen before. However, you might not have seen it on that channel, and certainly if you don't watch that channel, or those channels, it's the first time you'll have seen this collection. And we're doing it at a brilliant price today. If you love our craft kits, if you love the craft clubs that we've brought to you recently, you're going to absolutely love this box. So that's the first thing to tell you we're going to be concentrating on in this show. Also, must mention the G2 is on a flash sale today, which no doubt we'll talk about in more detail later on. 25% off, which is just bonkers. Bonkers. It's a 25% off before you even take into account your Club Inspire deal. So look out for that. If you want to pick up a G2, the price is incredible today. Also, must just tell you that in every order that you place today, whether you like it or not, you're going to get a little picture, a little signed picture apparently, of me and Craig. That will be added into your basket. And during this show, we are going to be giving away a prize. That prize, to celebrate National Picnic Day, I know, so much information, is this, cheers to you, create a shaped shaker card stamp and die set. Now, I hear you cry, how do I win that? How do you win it? Thank you, Nicola. You win it by, in this particular show, going on a bit of a picture hunt. We have hidden, I have hidden 5 pictures around the studio, okay? You just have to work out the 5 locations of those pictures, write them down in a little message, okay? And if you manage to get all 5 locations, you'll go into the draw at the end of the show. And lovely Becky on the socials will draw out one winner to win this prize, but you have to write down all 5 locations. Do it in one message. Don't like type 1 and then, because that'll get too confusing. So once you've spotted all 5, type it all down into one message, and if you get them correct, you'll go into the draw to win the prize. Sound like fun? Sound nice and interactive? Let's go. All right, Craig is here, and I'm delighted to say that he's really excited because when it comes to these boxes, these kits, this is one of, if not your most absolute fave, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, hands down. I love the Bundle of Joy theme. I love that baby theme. Said earlier on within Wake Up Call, I'm not sure what it is about new babies or little ones, making cards for them, or of course the new parents or grandparents. And I just think it's a real joy. Obviously it is a joy when you welcome a Bundle of Joy into the family or into the world. But to have a set, comprehensive set here. Now, other than the papers, I know I'll show you some finished samples. Ben will go over it with you.
Yeah.
Other than the papers, papers, the stamp, the dies, the folders, the stencils, you look after them, they're going to last you a lifetime. So then therefore you'll just need to bring in your own card, your own paper, and then just start creating and making. Now, when I show you the finished samples, what you'll also get as well, and I've put the link across on my Craig Laird CC Facebook page, and it's also on my current Instagram story on Craig Laird CC, and that's a link to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel, where you're going to then find a full 2-hour tutorial with myself. It was myself and it was Liam that filmed it with us. And I give you a run through the box, but what I also give you is 4 separate tutorials over about half an hour, and they're mini craft-alongs. So most of them, if not all of them, you'll be able to craft along in real time, maybe just the exception of a few things, and then you know that when you get this home, you can completely get started. So as I say, I know Ben's going to go through them, but this is what we're going to be making first of all. We're going to be layering up some of the papers, but you've got the little bunny rabbit, or you could colour it as a bear, or whatever character that you want. And then a prime example with a couple of the elements, not necessarily for a new baby. You've got a rose, or it could be a peony, and you can theme that for the older generation.
Yeah.
But the great thing with this collection, Ben, yes, it's great for the new babies. It's great for, you know, the young toddlers. But what it's also good for as well is that kind of pre-teen stage where they're not quite past the cute stage, but on the other hand, they're not quite wanting cutesy cute. You've got that in-between aspect with this full collection. Over 110 elements. You've got your 12 by 12 pattern. You've also got your linen cardstock, your stamp, your dies. So nothing's stopping you using your template library.
And that's very new baby, that one, isn't it?
That one there.
Yeah.
So that one, and I would say that one, you know, does not say new baby whatsoever. Change the sentiment, certainly on welcome to the world, and that's not going to be a new baby. But if for you guys stateside, you know, I know you don't predominantly do a lot of larger cards. The prime example within this one here, Ben, you've got, it's been done as an 8 by 8. I want to say this is one of them as well that you'll find across on the tutorials there. But please don't think, well, I'm not going to do that because it's 8 by 8. Look at that one. So pretty much the same, but it's just on a smaller scale. And what you can do with that is, for instance, this one here, that panel, that layer, that could be your card blank. You know, don't do this back layer here, just that one, and that's onto your smaller card. So small, large concept projects, memory books, scrapbook pages, if you bring in your own 12 by 12, the only consumable items is the linen cardstock and the double-sided pattern paper.
So, the deal, and then we'll say a few hellos, is thus. That's good, that wasn't it? $39.99 or $59.99, saving over 60%. And then your platinum price, $31.99 or $47.99. Now, 100 bonus points you will get if you go for the bundle with the goodie bag. And I just want to show you the goodie bag because I realise that a lot of people might just want to go for the bundle of joy box on its own, which you can do. So the bundle of joy on its own is at the bottom here. You get 50 bonus points there. The one we've got on the screen here is the bundle of joy plus the goodie bag. And I just want to show you what's in the goodie bag so we're transparent and you know exactly what's in here, just in case you want to look. So you're going to get one of our beautiful photo frame dies in there. That one is the bells and bows. Also in your goodie bag, you've got one of our amazing floral cut and emboss folders, the vibrant roses. We are also going to give you one of our chalkboard stamps, which is your Make Your Dreams Happen. Then you've got the Wisteria Blossom. So that, again, beautiful stamp and die set. You've got the lanterns, which is called Dusk Till Dawn from the Country Lane collection. And then I think one of the most beautiful sort of edgeable dies that we've done, the Statement Floral Bouquet from the Say It With Flowers collection. That is all worth, if you buy it individually, £55 or $70. You pay an extra £20 or $30 within the deal, and you get all of that on top of your bundle of joy with 100 bonus points. And as we showed you at the bottom of the screen a few moments ago, if you don't want to go for that deal, if you don't want the goodie bag because maybe you've got a lot of the elements, you can just have the bundle of joy on its own with 50 bonus points. Few hellos, and then I'll recap what we're doing. We got the lovely Beck on the socials today. Terry H says, hello, Becky, Craig and Ben and all crafty friends from Iowa. Hello.
Hello.
I ordered the bundle and some sale items. I'm working but listening now. I will rewatch later. Thank you, Terry H. And thank you, Lynn Morton, who says, good afternoon, Ben, Craig and all the team from Newcastle.
Why, aye, man.
Busy Lizzie, I'm nothing if predictable, producer Nicola. Busy Lizzie says, hello, Ben and Craig. I'm back from my holes in Portugal.
Yes, you are.
And I'm catching up with all the washing and ironing whilst watching today. Oh, you knew. Did you go?
No, but follow Busy Lizzie on socials. Yes.
Cat Butt's back as well.
Hey, Cat Butt all the way up in Montrose.
Cat Butt. Hi, Ben, Craig, Becky team and Crafties. I love a masterclass. Kendall joined us from Minnesota. Betsy Throop Black says, good morning from Houston, Texas. I have that craft kit from 8 to 10 and I've made some really cute cards. Caroline Hanley is in from the Isle of Man. Just got back. I'm after a morning volunteering. Oh, just back from a morning volunteering. Timed that well for crafting, didn't I? You did. Suzanne Dorr says the colours are gorgeous. Jeanette Shirley says, ooh, I like it much better on a smaller card. Hi to Vanessa Fuentes. Jeffrey Langley says, happy Tuesday, Ben and Craigie Bagel and the most fabulous and extraordinary CTV crew.
Hi, Jeffrey.
Jerry Walker joins us saying good morning from Oklahoma where the wind comes sweeping down the plains. Rachel Burkett says, loving these bundles. I bought the butterfly box and was blown away with the amount of items in the box. If this is the same, don't think, just buy. Yeah. Zoe Carver says, good afternoon, everyone. Sorry I'm a bit late. I was stuffing my face with lunch. What was going in your gob? What did you have? And Jerry Walker says, I have this bundle and it is great for baby showers and cards. Keep the comments coming through. Remember, you are on a picture hunt today. Your chance to win this prize in the show. It is the, what's the official name? Cheers to You shaker card, stamp and die set. So create a card. Someone is going to win that. All you have to do in one message is tell Becky where the 5 pictures are. A few people saying, oh, does the one which is such and such place count? Does one which is in such and such place count? Basically, if you see a picture, it counts. So wherever you see pictures, there's 5 of them, right? Not in the original locations, but 5 of them in the show. Jamie, stop helping them out! There's 5 of them. You have to find where they are and type it all in one message. And from the people who manage to spot where they are, we'll pick a winner at the end of the show. Caroline says, I got this on QVC. Very tempted to buy another just for the gorgeous papers. And I think, Craig, that's a story we're going to hear on this show, isn't it? Because the value for money, just for the consumables, is off the chart and you get 100 bonus points. Absolutely, yeah. And it's because it's one of those as well, it is themed for the baby. Now, the reason, one of many reasons, so excited we're having this box here and we actually have it on Crafters TV, and that is the fact, most of you know, we've not really done something for babies. You know, we've maybe dipped our toe in a little bit of a collection where you've got little bits that would maybe work for a baby, but to have something that is all contained in the box, ready to go, and I'm going to repeat myself again, once you've used the papers, the stamp, the dies, the folders, the stencil, you're still going to be able to use them forever and ever and ever, as long as you look after them. Just to point out as well, Ben, any of the other boxes you've maybe got your hands on, like that butterfly one, you've got a 2-hour tutorial with myself for every single one of them, so you've always got that there. But yeah, the colours, the images, the designs, the concepts, the way that you can use them, but, you know, best thing about it for me is all about the bundle of joys. So it's over to you. Which kind of deal you want to go for, whether you go for the one with the goodie bag or you go for the bundle of joy on its own. It is entirely up to you. We can just quickly, if you want to see the details for the bundle of joy on its own, there you go. So it's $23.99, $31.99 and 50 bonus points on that. So oh, we've got a few people playing the game as well, I hear. Has anyone spotted all 5 yet, Nicola, can you see? Oh, you can confirm that has happened. Okay. Spot the picture. I know there's a lot to ask. It's like concentrate on what Craig is doing, follow the demos, spot the pictures, send in your questions. We're making you work hard today here on Crafters TV. All right. Have you got a couple of demos in this show, Craig?
I have got 2 demos for this masterclass, so I think we shall get started. Let's start off with the base here. So a little bit of an unorthodox card blank, 5 3/4 by 6 3/4. Not quite square, not quite rectangle, but it's a little bit different. What I've also done is taken my pink linen card, 5.5 by 6.5. And I've taken just a piece of our own white cardstock. Using my guillotine, I've cut this 1/4 of an inch smaller. And what we're going to do is we're going to build up visually the different layers. Now this is going to go on flat. My other layers, I am going to pop on foam pads. As always, as I always say, that is completely optional. If you don't want extra height, if you don't want that extra bulk to it, all you just do, eliminate the foam pads or glue gel and then just add your double-sided tape. So for this one, I've gone in with one of the other pattern papers. And on the opposite side, one side, what you've got is a lovely, bold, bundle of joy, beautiful pastel tone design. On the opposite side, you've got a subtler pastel tone, gingham, plaids, you've got bit tartans in there. So you've got a nice bold or you've got a subtle. And this strip, 6.5 by 2.5.
Yeah.
And my pink cardstock, I've kept it the same height, it's 6.5, but I've gone at 2 3/4 in width. And that one we're going to pop on flat. And as I said at the start, we're just starting to build up the base of our card blank. I'm going to come towards the left-hand side, leaving just a little bit of a strip. And then I've taken one of the 8x8 and I've just visually gone in and had a look. I'm not overly pernickety about the full image because there'll be a part of it that will be covered, but I've cut that to 4 1/4 to 5 1/4, and then I'm going to go and add that onto my pink. Now, if I had more time of that at home, what I would do is I would gut the pink of this layer and gut the pink of this one with my V-blade paper trimmer. But for, of course, masterclass, what we're going to do is keep it as it is. So this one, we're going to go in our pack of large 3D foam pads, and we're just going to add a little bit of height to this one.
Okay.
So we're going to add that. Let's not forget that centre because we don't want to create any dipping along that centre. Going to then take another little square, what we've done with my pattern paper, which is underneath here. And we've gone in with kind of like the grey tone polka dots, 2 1/4 by 3 1/4. So if we add these together, this is then now giving me my base. So stick that on. We're going to pop foam pads onto this one too, making sure it's got a good structure on the back so it's not going to dip. Let's take these off here. So I'm just going to then take them off. If you want to use your glue gel, by all means you can, or not, just go in with your tape runner or your tacky glue.
Yeah.
So that we're going to go kind of, not quite central, we're going to come to just the right-hand side. So we're going to see a little bit of that pink and then a very slight bit of that white. So we've just got a little bit of a balance. We've got it just, you know, bouncing off of each other, but then you've still got a nice base layer. And then if we take that off here, and then this one, we're also going to come to the right-hand side. And that is now the basis for us to start to build our cute characters of the Bundle of Joy.
Yeah.
So let's sit that one out the way, and I've gone in with a piece of our Nina cardstock. So with the Nina cardstock, we're going to go into this pack that's got 12 pieces here with your 3 characters. So let's go in with the rabbit that's got the balloons, and you've got your die for each of the character, plus your 2 balloons and the bunting, which you've got on that full sheet that we can see here. So with the bunting, if you're going to use that, stamp and die cut it multiple times and then start to create your own bunting. And then I'm just going to pop this onto my stamping platform. And my alcohol-proof ink pad I'm going to use, Ben, one that I don't tend to use a lot, and that's Pebble.
Pebble.
So not quite a brown, not quite a grey. It's that in between. It works well with the rabbit, and we're just going to go in, and then we're just going to stamp that one out. So we're just going to press, remove, and then we've got, how cute is that, in there with the balloons flying away. And then this is where you've got the choice. Do you colour and cut, or do you cut and then colour?
Yeah.
You know what I'm like? I like to cut first. My fear is always that you stamp,
Oh, yeah.
you then colour,
And then
you cut, and then, you know, a little boo-boo
Slips.
happens.
And it
slips,
cuts.
and you cut through all that colouring.
and the
that
balloons
you've
get
done.
chopped off.
Yeah, you
Or
don't
the
want
ear.
that.
No.
Now, as long as it's secured down, it won't happen. But, you know, mistakes can happen. So that's why I always like to stamp, die cut, and then I'll come along and then do my colouring.
Yep.
Now, while we're here, let's take another piece of white card, and then I'm going to go in with a couple of the clouds. So we've got the clouds there. Let's also go in with the welcome. So you've got the welcome die, sweet baby, little one, to the world, to the family. So we're going to cut that one out. And then let's take a piece of pink, and that same set, we're going to go in with some of these little stars. And let's just tape that one down. So we've got the clouds. And although I'm doing this within our smooth white card, if you cut this in maybe like certainly the clouds, Ben, a texture card or something like that.
Oh, yeah, that'd be good.
To give it that extra texture, or even just run it through a texture embossing folder. Don't forget you can do that with all your die cut pieces. You don't have to leave them completely flat. If you want to run them through a folder afterwards, you can do that.
Yeah.
And these will all go through, certainly the ones that I'm using here, they'll all go through the Gemini Mini. So although we've got a cracking deal with the G2, if you do happen to have the Mini, Ben, these are all going to fit through the Mini.
Perfect.
Which is just great. And then what I will do is, I've got one already coloured, but we'll do a little bit of colouring.
Yeah.
And the colours that we're going to use are our muted brown blend,
Okay.
magenta blend, and then the gold brown blend. So I'm just going to take my little character here, and we'll do a little bit of colouring before I bring in the one that I've already done.
Excellent news. If you have just joined us and are thinking, why are there a few photos around the studio, Ben and Craig? Because we've hidden 5. Find where all 5 are and note it down in the comments wherever you are in one message. Don't do it in separate messages because it will be too difficult to monitor. But once you spot all 5, type down where you see them all. And at the end of the show, someone who spotted all 5 could be winning, or will be winning, this little goodie that we've got, the Cheers to You set. Thank you everyone as well for commenting. Jerry says, I've got this bundle. It really is great for baby showers. Rhonda says, good morning, Ben, Craig, crew, Team Social, and all my wonderful crafty friends from Oak Park, Chicago. Carol Ann Hanley says, I got this on QVC. Very tempted to buy another just for the gorgeous papers. Seen a lot of comments about that, you know?
It's a really good point, that, Ben.
Because I think it is the only, it is the only way that you can get more of these papers, which a lot of you have said are really, really beautiful.
It really, and that goes for all the boxes.
Yeah.
Ben. The papers are all exclusive to that individual box.
On the subject of what Zoe had for lunch, nothing too exciting. A ham sandwich, banana, and a Rolo dessert.
Oh,
Ooh.
I love the Milky Bar desserts.
I knew you were going to go down the line of white chocolate.
White chocolate.
Milky Bar desserts. The Milky Bars are on me.
Mum is back from Australia now.
Yeah.
And she brought me white chocolate covered raspberry jelly things, which were lovely, and white chocolate Tim Tams.
Tim Tams? I don't know what that is. Explain, please.
Do you know what they basically are? They're a custard cream with white chocolate all around them.
Now, I would like that very much because a custard cream is my favourite biscuit or cookie, as you would call it in the US.
If I remember, I'll bring one in for you tomorrow.
And covered in white chocolate.
Covered in white chocolate.
And to stay on that subject of coated biscuits, and I only found this out, I say a couple of years ago, probably it was 10 years ago, 5, 10 years ago, I never liked penguins as a kid, as in the chocolate bars. Whenever my mum used to put one in me packed lunch, I was like, oh, I just really don't like them, never ate them. And I don't like bourbon biscuits.
What do you know?
And I only found out very recently that a bourbon biscuit
is
covered in chocolate is a penguin.
Yeah.
And everything was right with my life after that. I was like, now I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never knew that a penguin was a bourbon covered in chocolate.
Well, a Tim Tam is just a custard cream covered in white chocolate.
That's obviously the name Tim Tam makes me think like Scottish. Is that a Scottish thing?
Well, I thought it was American.
Oh, Tim Tam sounds
Tams were American.
Scottish to me.
But she brought them back from Australia. Yeah, you can't. Well, you can get them in the UK in the American stores that are like 10 times the price. You can get them there, but I've never tried them. They're really, really nice.
Tim Tam.
Tim Tam.
These are cute papers, says Jeanette, considering it, even though all my friends are well past childbearing days. Well, what I would also say to you is, and we chatted about this, didn't we, Craig, is that the reverse of the papers are very non-babyish. Yeah. And also I think a lot of the characters in here, and certainly a lot of the dies, you'll use again for non-baby cards, won't you? It's a very versatile set.
Of course you will, absolutely, yeah. Gosh, I hope my mum's not watching because she's like that. She keeps texting me. There's another one of my friends going to be a grandmother. There's another. Did you hear about so-and-so that was at school with you? It's like 10 years younger. They're away to have a second one. I'm like, oh, thanks, Mum. Thanks, Mum.
Mum.
Like, Mum.
Lynn says, I've already got this box. I'm just waiting for someone to have a bairn so I can use it. It's a beauty.
Get them made, get them on your Facebook page and sell them.
Well, there you go, see? Yes, sell them for other people's bairns.
Yeah.
Makes me laugh, that word, because I remember when we first moved up here, my Laura was like, people keep talking about bairns. What are bairns? People keep talking about taking their bairns to school. I was like, well, that's the word they use up here, Laura, for little ones.
For little ones.
Bairn, bairn. Yes.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the conversation, yeah. I love to watch Craig's creation, says Carletta. And Rosalind says, this is a nice subtle pink. The papers would be perfect for tea parties.
Yes, it
Invites for a tea party?
It really, really would.
Sniffy says, good morning, Craig and Ben and friends. I'm back in sunny, warming up Farmingdale, New Jersey. Home from last morning for this school year, putting the grands on the bus. And Caroline Hanley says, ooh, a Rolo dessert. That must be nice. Very nice. Never enough in the pot, though, I always think, with those things.
No, never enough. No, if you get a 4-pack, you end up eating the 4-pack.
Yeah, a 4-pack equals one pot, really, doesn't it?
It does. It does. Same with the Milky Bar ones.
Susan Carter says, I must say that I absolutely love your new adhesive tape runners. Oh, the reusable ones. Wendy says, my mum just got the G2!
Yes!
What a deal!
Yes! In.
Wendy, you are part of the G2 crew. Or your mum is part of the G2 crew as well now. That's amazing.
That's fab. Well done.
And
it's a cracking deal we've got.
It's the best deal we've done. I think it may be a repeat of the best ever deal we've done, but certainly you will not have seen us doing that deal very, very often at all. And thank you to everyone taking part in our little mini competition on the show. So far, I'm being told, there are 28 people who have spotted all 5 pictures.
Nice.
Spot the 5 pictures of me and Craig, type where you've seen them all, message on Facebook or YouTube, and lovely Becky, who's on the socials today, will be picking a winner at random to win that prize. Well, this is coming together rather nicely, and I think we're seeing from this demo that you've got. What's nice about these boxes again, Craig, and I was saying it yesterday about the craft clubs that we've got. If you're new to crafting, particularly as well, everything in one box, and it makes it particularly easy if you're someone who struggles with matching your pattern paper to your cardstock, doesn't it? Yeah.
The only thing with the craft club in these boxes here, if you don't like watching me, then sorry, it's me that does the education.
We love you!
You can watch and mute me if you want to. But that really is the great... I am so chuffed that you're able to get the Craft Club and these boxes here on Crafters TV now. But yeah, having the education for them all there for you to go. Just to say as well, while I stick that one on, Ben, although I've popped the link on my Facebook and Instagram, you've got your QR code just underneath there. So zap that with your camera app, your tablet app, your iPhone, your Samsung, any of your devices, and that will take you straight to our Crafters Companion YouTube. And if you've not seen, and this is a good thing as well, for instance, the butterfly box that we've just had as well.
Yeah.
You've maybe not got that.
No.
Maybe let's put our hands up. Maybe you thought, do you know what, Ben, I'm a little bit butterflied out.
Yeah,
I don't
I can understand
really
that.
want that craft box. Go and watch the videos that I've done and replicate what I've done, but with a different collection. Same with these ones here. What I've done within the bundle of you can do exactly what I'm doing, same layout, but just with a different collection. So although we do tutorials, all of us, you know, with Ben here each day, and then you've got Becky, you've got the two Debbies as well, you don't have to use the collection within the design that we are creating. You can absolutely use anything and everything that you've got at home. And this one I've just pre-stamped to the world. That comes in with that welcome die. And I'm just going to pop foam pad onto the back there. And I'll just recap the 3 tri-blends that I used. I'm just going to press that one in there. But I used my trusted tri-blends, magenta, earth brown blend, and muted brown blend. And then there we go. We've got our first layout, perfect for the girls, but change it to the greens, the mint greens. You can use that for the boys, or bring in your own yellow cardstock or blue cardstock. Actually, blue cardstock, great for the boys. If you're not sure, if you want to make the card, as I always say this, if you want to make the card, the project, you don't know the sex of the baby yet, go for like a yellows. Yellows or ivories, that's a really good one for being the unisex there. But there's the first one.
Never mute Craig, says Jerry Walker. His accent is amazing. I do love his accent, and that's why I always like to talk like Craig, because they always say that imitation is the most sincerest form of flattery.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I know some people out there, they don't always like their accent or that being replicated or taken the mickey out of. I love it. I think it's brilliant. And it was weird being back in Glasgow, because I'm like, my hometown's about an hour and a half outside Glasgow, but just being, because when I'm here in England, 9 times out of 10, I start to speak in the shops and that, and you get a double take.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, obviously in Glasgow, no one batted an eyelid. Take bad with that. It's like, oh yeah, I'm back home.
They double take me up here as well.
For Ben Shepherd?
Well, no, just because I don't speak with a northern accent. I told you at the time I got on the bus and said, "Take me to Tudhoe, please." And the driver's like, "Where?" Tudor. Oh, Tudhoe.
I was like, Spenny.
What I also love, by the way, talking of accents, you put all your pictures of the wrestling, the Scottish crowds, some of the chants they come up with. Gee whiz. They know some choice words up there.
We do have a potty mouth, and we are not scared to use those words when chanting in the crowd of the wrestling that's going out to 120 odd countries across the world. Yeah, we're proud of that one there. So apologies for us Scots.
Love your cards, Craig, says Carol G. Busy Lizzie says, lovely card, Craig. I got this box recently at the shop in Evesham. Thought it would be great for Brody's cards. We'll definitely be giving this a go in blues for his birthday. And Carol says, the card is adorable. I had this kit, but I sold it to someone with a lot of little ones. She loves it. And Lynn says, absolutely gorgeous, Craig. Thank you, as always. Just quickly, because a few people messaging, explain the competition, says Stephanie. The competition is spot all of the 5 pictures of me and Craig in the studio. There's 5 of them. And when you know where all 5 are, type in a little message. So whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, just comment like you normally do. Say the 5 pictures are in these locations. And if you get all of the 5 locations, you go into the draw at the end of the show, where one of our spotters will win that prize there. We are doing it to celebrate National Picnic Day, which is today. So it is a picnic-based create a card set, which is the Cheers to You, which is that little jar of fizzy juice.
Hey!
We're going to take a short break. Get the deals checked out. Get your bundle of joy, whether you go for the goodie bag or indeed not. 100 bonus points, 50 bonus points is up to you. The G2's on a fantastic deal as well. 25% off less your Club Inspired discount. And, of course, loads of great deals on the outlet clearance sale for you too, up to 90% off. We say 70, but it's 80, 90% off. Get to the checkouts. We'll come back with more great deals for you and more great demos after this short break.
Day to day looks like on a normal day when I'm working home, get up, breakfast, quick phone call with my daughter, and then I'm up in the craft room and I spend all my time in the craft room. If it's spending a day with the kids, it's That's it. That's my best part of the day, just spending time with family and those gorgeous little grandkids of mine. The best part of the day when I'm at work is when I go on air, because I absolutely love it. Both. I prefer a shower in the morning. I feel fresher. I feel that I can tackle my day. However, depending on how that day's been, I also would have a double shower, so I'd have one in the morning and one at night too. Absolutely, 100% coffee. Will always be coffee. And flavoured coffee is my favourite at the moment. Dare I say, it's a full English breakfast. The full works, the beans, the tomatoes, the bacon, the sausage, and everything else that goes with a traditional English breakfast. Craft along. Every day of the week. I absolutely love going through the stages from the start of a project to the end of a project. So craft along is definitely my favourite choice. I can't leave without my lipstick. It's a given thing. I once didn't have a lipstick on me and Leanne helped me out that day. Kick off the shoes, sit down for a couple of minutes, just gather my thoughts and then grab my tea.
Tea first, and then from there it'll be meetings, and they could be commercial meetings, they could be creative meetings, I could be supporting one of my team. I also manage a large team, so it could be one-to-ones with those. Every day is different, but always a predominant focus on the products, how they're working, the new products that we're bringing out, a lot of research and development. When we get to see the finished article, way before anybody at home gets to see it, it arrives and we get to unpack it and experience it and try it, that gives us all a massive buzz. I can't be getting out of bed too early, and I like to get to bed. 9 o'clock's the new 10 p.m. Tea all day long, black, no sugar, thank you. Tend to miss breakfast, which isn't great, and if I have something when I come in the office, then that's going to be yogurt and fruit. My face, all of the makeup that makes this, nobody's seeing this without that on. Probably a baked potato or a salad or something egg-based. Ooh, craft along a masterclass. I'm going to say masterclass, and that's because I love to educate. One song that would be the theme tune to my life, it would be Billy Ocean, Red Light Spells Danger. Pour a gin and tonic. First thing I do. Get in the house, gin and tonic, decompress the day, and then plan what I'm going to do that night.
Welcome back, everybody. Suzanne Dawn says, I've just checked out this collection. Looks too gorgeous to leave behind. And it also appears that I have a Ben's cartload gift. What? I have a Ben's cartload gift?
Hey, don't question it.
No. And Stephanie Theodore says, Craig, our friends want our next vacay to be a trip to Scotland.
Scotland.
We actually are owners in Scotland as part of our Hilton Grand Vacation Club. Need to find out exactly where. Oh yeah, well let us know, and Craig might be able to give you some hints and tips on days out and stuff like that.
For sure.
Janice Watson says, Craig, your videos are an absolute godsend. I don't have a good creative mind, so you are my inspiration.
Oh, that's so kind of you. Thank you so much.
Good morning, Gaz. It says, hello, Craig, Ben and all the crew, our lovely social superstar and all my crafty friends. Hello. And hello to Kathy Lear, who says, woot, 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 woot. The boys are back. We are. Good morning, Ben, Craig and fellow crafters from Central Illinois. Hello, Illinois. Again, if you've just joined us, quick recap from me. There's only 20 minutes left in the show.
Yeah.
Very quick recap. Yeah. National Picnic Day, so we're giving away picnic-themed items on the shows today. This is the prize on this show. If you want to win that, all you need to do is spot the 5 pictures that are hidden somewhere in the studio. There's 5 of them. Type down into one comment where all 5 are, and you'll go into the draw at the end of the show if you get all 5 right, and someone will win that prize. Best deal we've done on the G2 is on the website today on a flash sale, 25% off before your Club Inspired discount. They are selling like the proverbial hotcakes, and I'm not surprised. If today is the day you've been thinking about getting a G2, you picked a good day because you will never see a better price. Well, you haven't seen a better price as the deal we're doing today. And also on the website, don't forget our summer sale and outlet clearance is go. The outlet clearance, I would head there first if I was you, because we've got deals with up to 90% off, and deals starting at, I think the cheapest deal I saw was 40 pence if you're platinum, 48 cents, which is just ridiculous. I've never uttered those numbers ever before on Crafters TV. So take advantage of the deals whilst we have them. And hi to Christine Mahoney, says, whoops, sorry, lost track of time. Was hoping my son put in some air conditioners in my house. Because it's going to be in the 90s, maybe even 100 this week in upstate New York, so I have to be ready. That's when you need the air conditioning. We here in the UK don't have like air conditioning like you guys do in your houses over there. So there'll be a rush on here when we get the hot weather at some point. Did you say the hot weather's coming next weekend or next week?
Laura Tobin said Monday coming. This Monday coming.
So that's when everybody will rush out to the department stores, and there will be a shortage of the desktop fans.
Yes.
Everybody goes and buys those fans. So if you're in the UK, heads up from Laura Tobin, it's going to get hot from next week. So buy your fans now if you don't have.
Yeah. Laura Tobin, Good Morning Britain, just in case you wonder who we're talking about.
Yeah, Laura Tobin. Hi Laura, platinum member. Loves weather and craft. I love this collection, says Jessica. I wasn't sure I'd like it, but it's such a beautiful collection in person. And big winner, Burn! Carol, I saw you got your prizes at last. I saw your post, yes. Thank you for posting that. I did see that. Well done. You say, hi, Ben and Craig and crew. I'm glad to be back home. I've been at hospital since Friday with my husband. I hope you and your husband are okay, Carol. But thanks for getting in touch, and glad that you received all of your prizes. Right, we've got about 18 minutes. What can you do for us, mister?
Rightio, let's go. Let's theme this one for a boy. We're going to use the mint. Now, what I've got here, I've already done these layers, Ben, 4 3/4 by 6 inches. And that's one of the double-sided pattern paper. And I've used my mint linen cardstock, 1/4 of an inch bigger, and my card blank, 5 1/4 by 6 1/2.
Yeah.
So this one we are going to leave on flat. And the base of this one, I'm kind of going along the same lines as that last demonstration, but just mixing it up slightly. This strip here, what we've done is 1 1/2 of the pattern paper by 6 inches. The mint, I've kept it at 6 inches, but we've gone at 1 3/4. And that one we're going to add on with our tape as well. And we're going to come in a little bit further in from the left. And then this time, let's go in with a piece of our white card. I've chopped it down to 3 1/4 by 4 1/2, and we're going to go up in with the clouds, up in the clouds.
Up in the clouds.
The 2D embossing folder. It's a good way to show as well. And I know a lot of people, you seem to, you think, and I quite understand, that you have to emboss your piece of card that's the same size as the folder.
Yeah.
You don't.
No.
It could be any size within the size of the actual folder, and that's what I've done here. So it's a 2D folder, so it's our 2 cutting plates. I do like to add in my metal shim when it comes to a 2D folder. Just enhances that emboss that little bit more. Just while we're here as well, your 3D embossing folder, base plate, folder and card, your magnetic shim and your frosted shim. That's for a 3D embossing folder, but the 2D is the 2 cutting plates, and if you choose to put in your metal shim, you can absolutely do that. And the good thing is you've got the best of both worlds, the deboss or the emboss. How cool is that? But what's also cool is the fact that the stencil perfectly fits into the groove of that embossed cloud.
Nice.
Now what you can do is if you want to use your repositionable spray, you can absolutely do that. I'm not going to. I'm going to go rogue and hold it down, and then I'm going to use ocean blue. But I'm going to dab, Ben, because if I blend, because I'm not using anything to kind of anchor it down, if I blend, it's going to catch and it's going to move. So use your spray, or if you are using your blending tool, or you're using a blending brush, or finger daubers, because it's clouds as well, what's quite good is by dabbing, you're going to get that little bit of a texture from the sponge.
Yeah.
And if you use the blending brushes, you're going to get a little bit of that kind of stippled effect. So we're just going to dab, keeping the template in place, with the stencil in place. And this is our water reactive, it's ocean blue. And we're just going to keep going back and forwards. And if you want to go a little bit darker in certain areas, you can absolutely do that. And then you can still blend out as well. But if we then go into here and then just under there and then remove that out the way, how smart's that?
Amazing.
How cool is that?
Love that.
Really, really smart. Use a folder on its own. You can absolutely use the stencil on its own. But this is now going to be our kind of top layer for us to build on top. So let's add that one to our mint cardstock. So if we press that into place, and that one we are going to add some foam pads to.
Yeah.
So we're just going to go in here, and then what I'm going to do, Ben, I'm not going to do any colouring, but I will stamp and cut, and this time we're going to use the bear with the balloons, and I'll do that just after this.
Excellent stuff. I would say if you're wanting to win that prize, you've probably got about, well, it's up to you, Becky, I'm doing your job here, but maybe 5 or 6 minutes or so then we can pick a winner. It says, Craig always explains instructions so nicely, making creating so easy. Thank you, Craig.
Oh, thank you. That's
Love
really
watching
nice.
Craig demo, says Patty. There's a lot of Craig love today.
Oh, bless you.
Ultia says, I love to see Craig do the demonstrations. He's very good in explaining and showing what to do and not too quick so that I can follow it, says Ultia. Yeah, that's nice, isn't it? It's very thorough, is our Craig, and yeah, takes his time so we can all understand.
Do you know something as well? Sorry, Ben.
Sorry, I've just said 5 minutes, Becky's just told me you've got, so you've got till 10 to the hour to get your competition entry in. Sorry, what were you saying?
No, I was just about to say, do you know why that means the world as well? And we've talked about it before. You know, sometimes, you know, I worry if I, you know, a bumble or a stumble what I'm saying or not explaining it right. So when you do say that, it really, really does mean the world, because it just kind of gives me that, we all need confidence, you know, we all lose confidence at times. So it's just nice to know that I am on the right track and it is helping where needed. So thank you.
And a good question actually from Rachel, who says, because obviously you give us inspiration, Craig, but Rachel says, Craig, who do you look to or where do you look to for inspiration when you make your cards?
Gosh, that is a really good question. Pinterest is a good one. Or you guys at home when I'm in the groups.
Yeah.
When I'm in the groups, I'll see something and think, gosh, that's a really, really nice idea. I could imagine doing it this way or doing it that way or tweaking it or changing it.
And what I think is really nice, and you said it, and I've heard, you know, the Debbie say it about you and so on and so forth. You guys obviously watch each other when you're not here, and if you've got, you know, a bit of, if you're prepping or whatever, you'll have us on, and you'll watch the Debbies, and the Debbies will watch you, and you'll take inspiration from each other, won't you?
Definitely, yeah, absolutely, yeah. They are, you know, key. Why not take inspiration from that? I'm so, you know, say it with you guys as well. You're not colleagues, you are family. You're not, you're friends. But if anything, more so, your family. So when I'm in that fortunate position of having you guys, I know I've got you, but I know you're not necessarily creative on this, you are creative, but not on this side. Yeah. When I've got Debbie, both Debbies, at the end of a WhatsApp message or a phone call or sharing ideas and that, you'd be crazy not to be in this position and pick at the two Debbies' brains or make something and send it to them and say, Debbies, look, it's... I feel like something's missing, you know. help me out. So yeah, they're an absolute huge part of helping when it comes to ideas and inspiration. But going back to this one, Ben, the colouring, I used tan shade, tan blend, and then I used the green turquoise blend, just to do a little bit of colouring.
Is that a bear?
That's a bear, yeah.
Oh yeah, bear
with
behind.
the balloons. Remember, you've got 4 kind of mini craft-alongs that you can follow along with other ideas. And then if I bring this one in...
Sorry, what is that bit sticking out of the bear's back, says Anne? It's his foot, isn't it?
Is
that what bit?
There's one arm, that's the other arm, and it's like he's jumping. It's like he's jumping.
Oh, so he's taking a running jump to get up in the sky with his balloons, because they're helium balloons, obviously.
Helium balloons.
Yes.
Gosh, I love helium balloons. I know you're not meant to like suck the helium, but let's face it, we all do.
We've all been there and done it, haven't we?
And still do. Yes, we have. You got it. It's really fun.
Jane Adams says, I am going to ask again. Ooh. Craig, are you coming to Las Vegas in 2025 for WWE?
Oh, you know, I would love to.
Time and money, though, isn't it?
Money, isn't it?
And the time.
Well, yeah, the time as well.
Yeah. But how much? How much is a flight even to Las Vegas? Like, that sounds expensive to me.
I think because, although it's not confirmed because I've not booked it yet, but because I want to be in New York for my 40th in June next year, you know, if I didn't have that, I would be really tempted to head across. I'd love to go to Vegas.
Yeah, same.
Absolutely love to go to Vegas. So maybe one day. No, never say never for Mania. Never say never, but yeah, might be a little bit tough.
But probably not Jane, to answer the question. Jules, as well, before the end of the show, after Craig's finished his demo, I will show you in the goodie bag. I know a few of you are asking, what's in the goodie bag? It's not baby stuff, is what you asked. Is it baby stuff? It isn't. When you say baby stuff, do you mean like diapers and bottles and stuff?
Pacifiers and dummies. Could be, eh? Can you imagine that, eh? We've got, do you know something? We've got little baby accessories in the Gemini mini dies. Oh yeah, we have the little romper suits and the... Yeah.
There's a dummy in there, isn't there?
There's a dummy in that, isn't there?
What do you call it? Pacifier?
Americans, yeah.
Yeah.
A nappy and an elephant. So that would work. Yeah, that would work with this collection. What I've already done, as you can see here, I've taken the embellishment dies and I've cut out a couple of the flowers in the white, and all of these I've just gone in with the mint green. And I've just taken 2 green pearls from my own stash, and let's start to build this one up. So anything like this is when I like to use Debbie's chunky glue. I like to use that one because it gives me a lot more wiggle room.
Yeah.
But let's go in with, in the centre of the flower, just going to add in my gem. Now, although the ones I'm using are self-adhesive, if you watch us day in, day out, you will know it doesn't matter how incredible the quality of self-adhesive gems or pearls are, I always add tacky glue to the back, just to make sure that it doesn't fall off over time. And then when it comes to glue gel, I never use the syringe that comes with it. I always use a pokey tool. And I just happen to use the same one. I've got some tape around it, which just reminds me
which one to use.
This is the one that I use. And then we're just going to build this up.
Teresa's ordered the collection. Thank you, Teresa. She says, I can't wait to get it. My nephew is having a gender reveal next month, and now I just need to decide on if I am team boy or team girl.
Do you know what would be good if you got that scratch reveal kit?
Yes.
With this collection.
For $3.99.
That would be fun and fab.
Just seen, says Caroline Hanley, on the socials, there's a free photo of Ben and Craig with purchases today. Yes! Yes! I did mention, I must just mention that again though, in case the bosses are watching and they go, oh, he's not mentioned it. I definitely have mentioned it today. Right, guys?
Yeah.
I have mentioned it.
No, you have.
Don't go in my ear. I've said it loads of times. But yes, Carol, get a free photo of me and Craig with any purchase today. Apologies about that.
And if you don't want it, just email customer service.
Yeah. I'd meet you in New York, Craig and Ben. Come on, says Christine Mahoney.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Tour guide.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Catherine Bennett says, I thoroughly enjoy watching Craig crafting and relaxing after a hectic day. Yesterday, turning 67. Well, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
And spending most of the day with my grandchildren.
Oh, nice.
And Caroline Hanley says, Ben, I was bored on Sunday. I had a flick around on the telly and I found you cutting onions and making angel delight. I hope it was yummy. Carol, shh, Caroline, shh.
Oh, yeah, how'd you get on?
I was moonlighting elsewhere on Sunday. Yeah. It's all above board, though. It's all above board. Cleared with the right people. But yes, look at that. Absolutely gorgeous.
There we go. Now you can make that bigger, you can make it smaller. That could be 8x8 scrapbook page, part of your memory book. It could then, of course, if you use 12x12s, you can use that for scrapbook pages. So lots and lots of diversity to it as well. Remember as well, other than the 8x8 pattern paper and linen cardstock, that's the only consumable items. Everything else, non-consumable, which means you look after them, they're going to last you a lifetime. So for yourself, family, friends, to sell if you want to, home decor, you'll be able to keep making.
Simply adorable, Craig, says Suzanne Dorr. I love it. And lots of other lovely messages coming through for this collection. Just for, well, there's a few of you, but especially Jules Hancock, who says, what's in the goodie bag? So everything that Craig's shown you within the bundle of joy, you can just get that on its own should you wish to do that with 50 bonus points. However, if you go for the deal on the screen, you get a goodie bag with it as well. Now, in my notes, when I saw this earlier on, I don't know whether that's... it seems like you're getting a better deal than what I've got written down. But anyway, my notes say you pay an extra £20 or $30 and you get £55 or $70 worth of stuff. See, mine is wrong. I did look at that earlier. So you pay an extra £10, so it gets even better. You pay an extra £10 or $20 and you get £55 or $70 worth of free stuff. And the free stuff in your goodie bag is as follows. You're going to get one of our beautiful frame dice. So that is the bells and bows. Fancy frames, this collection. Great for your keepsakes, scrapbooking. You know, if you just want to print off photos and use for home decor, absolutely fab. You're getting one of our amazing cut and emboss folders, the floral apertures. That's in that bag. We are also going to give you one of our ever popular chalkboard stamps. That one says, make your dreams happen. You've got a stamp and die set from the Wisteria collection. That is the Wisteria Blossom. Also in your goodie bag is the Dusk Till Dawn stamp and die set. That's those sort of old-fashioned lanterns from the Country Lane collection. And then I think quite simply one of the best dies we've ever done, which was in the Say It With Flowers collection, that Statement Floral Bouquet. That is also included. So that's the goodie bag, £55, $70, but you pay an extra £10 or $20 for it. And you get 100 bonus points too. If you do decide to multi-order on these, the contents of the goodie bag, as I understand, are this. It's not like you'll get different items to the equivalent value. It is those items. So if you do decide to buy a couple, you will get those. Thank you everyone for all the lovely comments coming through. Love Craig has made a card for both sexes, says Beverly Bryant. Rhonda says 2 very cute cards, Craig. And Pat Demarest says, another lovely creation from Craig. I especially love the stamp saying. But the big question is, who won the prize and where were all the pictures? Well, I've got the name of the prize winner, all the pictures. Well, I was holding one of my cue cards. That was 1. 2 was right there. It's crazy. Number 3 over here. I'll take that one down now. There we go. That's 3. All the way in the flowers. And there was 2 over Craig's side. 1 on the G2. But where was the other one? Aha! On the chair. So there you go. We had lots of people identifying all 5 of those. Don't forget, if you make an order today, you will get a picture of me and Craig included. But the winner of our Cheers to You stamp and die set is Sherry Duncan on Facebook. Well done, Sherry. CTV prizes at crafterscompanion.co.uk and we will get your prize sent out to you. Thanks, everybody. We've got another prize to give away in Launch Party. What delights have you got coming up for us later on in Launch Party, Craig? What are you going to be working with?
Well, we're going to have a look at the floral frame, stamp and dies, maybe have a look at a craft club, and then we're also going to have, we might have a look at our quilling flowers as well.
Nice. So lots to look forward to. In the meantime, make sure you get on the web. The G2 deal is off the chart. I'll say it again. Yeah. It's 25% off before your Club Inspired discount. Must end midnight. It's a flash sale. What an opportunity today. Not even joking. Get it whilst you can. And also check out the deals on the outlet sale, up to 90% off. Craig and I will see you back here for launch party in 2 hours' time. But until then,
Toodles!